We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it. 56. Hey, Charlie. Hey. Yep.
56 is the mic. Hey, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, he'll find Hall. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, wahoo!
They'll set up a throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Zipper! Hey. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, check right. Watch it.
Second and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Used to have a coach who tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
So now third and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Back to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Come on, set. 90. Wolf. That's the way. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He'll find Metcalf. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. On 1st and 10, Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now a handoff looking right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st down, Love. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Go!
Mark 56.
Go!
56.
Hey, check.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Hey, exit. 5.
He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
2nd and 6. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
At the 34-yard line.
Set, ready. 8, read. H3, 2, 18. Chopper, chopper. You're going to see me in your nightmare.
Check the backer, check the backer. Shit.
Let's go.
To throw on second down. Love. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Miami.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
55, Mike 55. Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Love got his man complete over the middle. It's Schwartz. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On the ready.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Focus, defense, focus. Hey, dude. Tighten up. Big grip. Big grip.
He'll drop to throw. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
64, weak.
47's the mic, boy, 47. Check, check.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Love. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's 2nd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz.
Let's go.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Love. And he slings one that's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check, check. Press down, press down, press down. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Tight on, tight on, tight on.
80 weapon, 80 weapon. 47 ready.
And Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
47's the mic, boy, 47. Check, check, 47.
From the gun, Love. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line.
I don't think you got it, son. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Ricky.
Look at me. Go. Now.
He'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Hard.
Let's go, D.
They'll set up to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Partner, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows him sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Love. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Set hot.
47 is the mic. 47.
Exit. Yeah.
47 is the mic, boy. 40.
Blue dart Crunkers. Blue dart Crunkers. Keep it up, defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that 2nd catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Switch.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
55 is my guy, 55.
Hey, Haywood. Hustle. Let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. This is caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Check 26, check 26.
His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Slam. Go. Hey, wahoo.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Quick dance. Go. Watch the edge.
Leo.
Jim. 49, check 49.
Hey, Echo.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Miami.
H3, 218, chopper, chopper. Seam 6. 37 ready, go.
On 1st and 10, Love. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check, check. Check safety, check safety. What? Why? Who?
Throwing again. Love. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Agba able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Crunch. Wide. Get wide. Hey, exit.
Now back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Jets 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about, that's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Clinton Williams. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
This is taken at the 18. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
On the deep ball. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Man, I got you.
Protein spill.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, 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 check. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Spot.
Rock it.
Yo. Check now.
Hey, zoom.
Check, check. Lucky.
Now.
Check, check.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Switch.
Hey, lock it.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Oh, yeah.
80 weapon.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Shift. Watch the shift. Look. Squeeze.
24. Check 24.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Yes.
Motion.
Please grip.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down. It's Bell, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
61. Matchbox lights.
Brings up 4th and goal.
SOS.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Look at me. Door.
Big Ed.
X3. 218. Chopper. Dude.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, what are they, about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
He's coming in. Chopper.
47's the mic.
I got water. Squeeze. Get in there. Let's go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Troy Apke. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
To number 86. A gain of 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Alpha. Yep. Switch. You're out. Leo. Get it.
They'll drop the throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On third down, Benjamin. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They only need a yard here. Third down and 1 after the penalty. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throw left side complete. It's Stevenson. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Anderson. And a nice gain at 21 yards. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Rock it. Hey. Hit it.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Look, squeeze. Go.
Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw here.
Intercepted by the Dolphins. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.